Hello everyone. As you can tell, with the new governor's order and everything, we are now 100% remote. So we'll be doing our lives from my house for the foreseeable future. It's gonna be great. What we already spoke about earlier. So we did prepare on Monday and setting up your space, your stuff. The Lewandowski family again gave us great tips and strategies on how to set up our daily schedule, which we've utilized in our working world. We just had a live video today with our office, and we had our entire office on a Zoom call, and we did exactly that. We prepared our day, set our daily goals, and then some strategies that you can use as well. When you're setting your daily goals, color code them. What we're doing in the office is one of our daily goals, once you start it, you highlight it yellow. Once it's complete, you highlight it green. Very simple, very easy. We love checklists, so that's what we're doing there. The next one, Tuesday, we did get in state. And remember, queuing up, priming your mind, making sure you can focus on multiple things. All of that was covered Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and now we here are Friday. And Friday, today we're talking about make it stick. Let's do that together. Make it stick. And it's keeping things sticky and in our brain. So what that looks like, multiple ways to review content and information in a digital e-learning environment. So with this e-learning environment that we're working on right now, what are some of the strategies and skills that you're already using to retain the content that you have? One of those things can be very, very simple. Purposeful colors. So when your brain sees the blue, it sees the red, it sees the green from that cluster that we did earlier in the week, we can recall the information quick and easy because we see the blue. Cool, this was math. Green, this was science. Red, this was another subject. So you have that clustered out. It's quick and easy for you to review. The second thing is make sure that you do review. Some positive ways to make it review. We call it 10, 24, 7, 10. So 10 minutes after learning something, within 10 minutes after learning something, go ahead and review it again. Within 24 hours, you're going to review that content again. If you see every single live that we do, we recap the week. And that way it's easy for us to remember what we did Monday. Monday, we did prepare. Tuesday, we did get in state. Wednesday, we did prime your mind. Thursday, we did do the one thing. You review within 24 hours the content that you just did yesterday. Then, within 7 days in a week, I just recapped this entire week today. Again, review, review, review. The more you do that, the easier it is for you to retain the information, and you avoid this thing called procrastination. And you avoid the thing where it's on Saturday and you have a test coming up and you're freaking out and you're trying to cram everything together. But if you review small chunks of information throughout the week, you'll continue to have it. And then the last 10, so 10, 24, 7, 10. The last 10 is review 10 minutes before you go to sleep. It's what we call Theta Skin. And what's happening is you're accessing your theta brainwaves, or you're priming your brain before you go into theta. And right before you go to sleep, your brain goes into a brainwave of theta. That's when we start remembering the information. A quick and easy example of this would be if I was studying my math content right now. I keep saying math because I'm a math teacher. Maybe it's science, maybe it's English, whatever it is. 10 minutes before I go to sleep, I'm going to study and review that content, and I'm going to close my book, and I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm going to go to sleep. Because what's happening in that moment is the last thing that goes into your brain at night is the first thing that gets processed. So if the last thing I put into my brain before I go to sleep is my content I'm learning in school, is my notes, is my study material, that is going to be the first thing that our brain is going to recall and start to process right away. Some of you have probably had this before where you're watching a good movie and then you're like, I'm going to sleep, I watch a good movie, and then your dream is about that movie. Yeah, that's why. Because your brain is still focusing in on what was going on when you were watching that movie, so now your dream becomes that movie. The same thing happens with our content. When you're studying your content 10 minutes before you go to sleep, all of a sudden your brain's like, hey, I'm still thinking about this content. How can I do this? Some of us right now in this situation with social distancing is maybe it's other things that we're focusing in on. And that's why those are the things that are sticking. Maybe it's I'm freaking out over bills. Maybe I'm freaking out over businesses. Maybe I'm freaking out over now I have my kids home all day and I don't know what to do because I'm still running a company or I'm still working for my company virtually, but I also have to help with studying and making sure that they're getting everything. And in the educational world, teachers were like, let us know what we can do so we can push this out and help. And how can we help? So all of those things are going through our brain, so when you go to sleep, you're still thinking about those things, which is also why you can't sleep at night, because you're just freaking out of those things. Remember, every single strategy that we're teaching here, cue up is one that cycles through every single one of them. So cue up, pull up and picture, breathe and release, relaxing your jaw and your shoulders. Remember, when you're pulling up and picturing, you're picturing your ideal outcome. So if I was creating an ideal outcome of me reviewing information to make it stick, I'm going to make sure that the picture in my brain is, I understand this, I remember it, I recall things easily, I got it. And then finally, a strategy that works every single time. I used this when I was teaching high school math. All of my students, they would use Class Dojo. Even seniors, yes, my seniors in high school were still using Class Dojo, but we were using it purposefully to create point system to affirm what you're doing. Teach somebody else. So what I'm doing every single day in this Facebook Live is I'm retaining the information longer because I'm getting a chance to teach it again. If you teach content, if you teach the information, you'll retain it for 90%. You'll retain 90% of it the next day. So within 24 hours, you'll still retain 90% of it. So parents, teachers, educators, students, if you want to retain things for a longer period of time, teach them to somebody. And in this digital world, it's very simple. All you have to do is create a video, do a Facebook Live, create what you want to, talk to your friends, see what's happening, tell them about what you're learning, even though they already know what you're learning. Something that we're putting into the mix pretty soon is a QL mentor program. And it's getting a chance for you all to connect and do exactly this. It's teach, it's train, it's get to the point, and you'll have one of us on that for you. So we're trying to provide as many resources as we possibly can in this time. It's crazy. We're listening to you parents, we're listening to you students of what you need. And part of it is, how can you make things stick? How can we take this e-learning environment and make it purposeful for us, so then when we leave this e-learning environment, we can still take these strategies and these skills and move it into our face-to-face interactions. So teaching 10, 24/7, 10, these are all strategies to use. And Doa, I see you on there. Teaching has always been one of the best things I do to make it stick. Thank you for putting that on there, Doa. Please share this with somebody that you think could get benefit from it. And then also in the top right corner, there's going to be some dots. Click the dots and there will be a bell. Click the bell and hit all. Because then anytime we go live or anytime we do a recording, you'll see it, it'll notify you on your phone and you can jump in. Again, every single day. So tomorrow we're going live. Yes, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We're going live every single day at noon Pacific Daylight Time. And check in with us. Tomorrow we're talking about the 8 keys of excellence. We're going to start with the key of integrity and how does that impact us here in an e-learning environment. So we'll check you out tomorrow at 12 noon Pacific Daylight Time. Have a great one. And if you have any more questions, please put comments below. Sarah, I see you. Love the QL Mentor Program. We're going to check in with you, see what we can do to help out as well. See you all later. Have a great one, and peace.